Showtime!
Reminds me of one of those dates that you've been on. How's your finger smell? Oh, hi. We're gonna look at the original Reaper Stout from Half Acre, and from everything we've been able to determine, which was looking into it a week ago, there's no actual Reaper pepper in the Reaper Stout, which is a little disappointing. I'll put it in my what are we now? Extremists? Racists?
Oh, yeah. I think they even put us in the supremacy group.
Supremacists, that's right. If you supported Trump, you're now a white supremacist. It's the latest from the media, which I have such high regards for. Smells stouty.
Yeah, I'm not getting much other than stouty.
And gym mode, low, medium. Whoa, wow! It gets its cherry busted on medium, high, and turbo. Okay, well, it loses out on that. So cheers.
Cheers. I filled mine a little full.
When you taste it, you'll realize why light makes its way through it.
Yeah, it's not really thick at all. I mean, it's really light.
A lighter mouthfeel. It's almost. I've had porters that were more impressive. Okay, missing out on the club was AJK. It's a Jameson Black Barrel Dragon's Milk kind of a night. Cheers all. And AJK, would that be formerly known as the German Ninja? Ben N says first. AJK says, well done. Steven says, I'm here for beer. Brandon says first, being third. Multi-Gunman says first, being fourth. Mr. 27 said 3 people said that. Then he says, saw that, figured I'd pile on. And Mr. 27 says, you win, congratulations. Mr. 27, who in the hell do you think you are? That's right, you're that guy from California. Brandon again, Bravo Ben. Then he says, triple IPA, damn. That was pretty tasty. Multi-Gunman, good job on the model and bike combo again. I'm liking this trend. Sorry. I thought about going with another girl and a bike today, and I can say, glad you like it, you and me both, thanks. I'm going to go with you and me both. And Mr. 27 said, biker boobs, and then you said triple B, biker boobs and bonus. And then Mr. 27 says, yeah. And then Harmarsh says, you're welcome. Harmarsh gave me the picture. Brad says, cheers. Brandon, that SKS was badass. Well, technically, Brandon, it still is. I just don't have it. For the right amount of money, I could get it back, I think. Matter of fact, I may or may not even have keys to the place where it's at, and the owner is out of country.
Dun, dun, dun.
The plot thickens. You know, I'm actually more looking forward to that now than this. A hop slam.
Oh.
This 27 says SKS are great rifles for being basic old military weapons. Yes, they are. Brandon says, and true, you do have Ed's new SKS. And then he says, and for those loser firearms, well, I haven't, or for those losing firearms, well, haven't lost any, but a big brother goes shady. I know what's where.
Hey, I gotta show you this. This just reminded me. I took a picture so you could see this one. Lake levels are continuing to rise from the volume of guns lost. Tragic boat accidents.
Sea level's way up because of all those guns.
Everyone's having these massive boat accidents, and fucking guns keep getting lost in the lakes.
AJK, what the fuck is that? And Mr. 27 says that's called a brew bomie. And then he says, I like it. Brandon, that rifle did turn out slick. Yes, that rifle was hand-delivered this morning.
Which one?
The Bunkinator.
Oh, you finished it?
Bunkinator went home. Yeah, so here's how this went down. Ever wanted to see David go from mediocre to jovial to suicidal? I got notification from Odinworks itself that a package was on its way. There's only one thing I'm waiting on. Well, there's two things, but I don't know if they're going to let me review it. So the stock, the Zulu stock.
Yep.
And then I get a notification because I have an account with you at UPS that a package was on its way from Odinworks. And David said, "Oh yeah, could we get some tracking information on that?" He wanted to know exactly when it was going to show up. I click on tracking and it said, "Package canceled. Check back tomorrow." Uh-oh. So I told him this and he was like, "What the hell?" Next day, package canceled. Next day, package canceled. I'm like, that was starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for package canceled. The original one for both UPS and from Odinworks said expected arrival was Friday. So I see the mailman drop a couple of boxes off on the porch on Friday, and I'm just like, Go back to you at the UPS. Canceled. No information is available. I get home, spin the T-shirt, which was the Dumb and Dumber T-shirt with camel toe and Biden on it. And I spin that off the top of the box laying on the porch, and the first thing I see is Odinworks. Bring it in, open it up, Zulu stock. I was like, yeah. What I think happened is they might have called for a shipping label accidentally from UPS when that they actually wanted to send it through the U.S. Postal Service. Because that's how it showed up.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, so telling David, it's going to be here on Friday. Wait a second. I got a canceled delivery. He's like, what the hell is going on? You need to call them. And do I need to call them?
Oh, good old Dave.
This is kind of cool though. The three big differences between the Bunkinator and Alicia is the Bunkinator has a dedicated upper, which means it's got the smaller ejection port for a 9mm. Christine's is an AR-15 upper receiver, so you simply see more of the bolt carrier. David though, that would be one thing though. If we would have gone with an AR-15 upper instead of a dedicated 9mm, he could have gotten the dust door. I don't know. The most expensive rifle I've ever purchased is the JP, and in the model I wanted, it wasn't even an option to have a dust cover. I would have had to get a military upper to have a dust cover, and I went with the JP Sporter setup because I wanted those polished sides. Yeah, dumbass. Dumbass paid $400 to have the stuff that's silver made silver on that gun just because Christopher's wasn't. Tell you, when a feud involves spending money, I just watched an unboxing. $4.3 million Bugatti Chiron Sport. That went to the owner of one of the dealerships that DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, are friends with. He paid $60,000 extra to have the two covers on the engines high polished. So you've got bank bank 1 and bank 2 because it's an 8-cylinder, it's a V16, so it's got 8 cylinders on each side, and it just has this cover, must be about the size of a shoebox, that says 16 4 or whatever, 16 cylinders, 4 turbos, and each of those is high polished, $60,000 up add on to the price of the car just for that.
That's crazy.
You'd think for that money you could just have someone remove the covers and high polish it and say, hey dude, what if I offered your garage, who is certified to work on a Bugatti, what if I offered you $30,000 to make those shiny? Who would hell not turn that down?
Right.
They got Biff, who they're paying $10 an hour over in their corner with a buffer wheel.
Yep.
AJK. Oh, that's much better. I don't know what got better, but I'll trust you on this. Bearded CB again, 2-pound triggerness. Yes, and I can say a crying guy. I don't even know what the fuck that symbol even is.
That looks like a fucking clown, dude.
Or I can say so good. The only actual verbal thing I'm going with so good. AJK, lots of cowbell for freedom. Sorry. If you would have actually heard the memo yesterday, AJK, I could have cowbelled yesterday, but didn't. And today it's out because...
Could have yesterday, but didn't.
What a dick. He's like unsubbed.
Oh,
speaking of that, just because I'm actually kind of proud of it, evidently I've lost my bad boy status over at the Ebomi channel with the tutelage of just listening to John and not saying, hey YouTube, why don't you... My Battle Box video that went live just before we got here to hang out together was the number 2 listed Battle Box video. The only person that had a higher ranking than me was Battle Box, which I guess makes sense that the company would have the. So if you do a search for December Battle Box 2020. Mine is the number 2 rated video. Hopefully that turns into views and shares. And another really exciting thing is I have the only Battle Box videos on YouTube that are closed caption for people that have hearing impaired. And until John started pointing this out to me, I guess that's a really big thing. If somebody is doing a search for something they're really interested in and they have a hearing impediment, they look for the little CC in the search box, and my videos are slowly all getting closed captioned. Like John pointed out, and I didn't even think about this. Curran 1776 does the videos. He's like the second in command of BattleBox, and he's the guy that you see doing the videos. He's got that big old bushy bushman mustache and that gigantic beard. John goes, that makes it very, very difficult for someone that reads lips. So are they going to go watch that video where they're trying to figure out what he's saying the whole time? Or are they just going to go watch your video, which has been closed captioned in 12 different languages? So, all the little things. I mean, what the hell? Like I said the other day, hey, if I can have fun at one channel, tell them to go fuck themselves, and on the other channel... possibly make enough money to, like John said, be really cool if I can get your cell bill and one other thing, like cell bill and electric bill paid. Now, a few of you, I cannot believe what you pay in electric. Well, I'd never be able. I don't know if John will ever make enough money to pay his electric bill. Out in Maine, evidently they just throw a dart at a board and that's what they charge you. And there is nobody. For the fun of it, if you've ever asked John what he does to conserve electricity, you wouldn't even believe it. Question, asking for a friend. I'm not saying that John is doing this. Have you ever put your refrigerator on a timer?
I know I haven't.
And this is the logic that I heard a friend of my friend giving as the reason. Well, if nobody is going to be in the house or opening the door between noon and 3, then why have it running? But doesn't it really have to run a little bit more to catch up if it's...
I would think.
Okay.
Maybe it's so well insulated that
I guess.
you can just turn it off for a while and turn it back on. Just keep it cool.
I know. I don't like the feeling of coming home and I remember when I've had 2 scenarios with the downstairs refrigerator. One, something fell over, slid off of because there's no shelf in there. Something slid off the top like a bag of frozen peas. Slid off the top, hit the door, and opened it up this much. Must have happened at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so it sat all day. Because by the time I got home, everything was mushy. So if I couldn't use it right then and then, it all went in the garbage can. Then the next time is when the refrigerator actually failed, and it defrosted the freezer. It was keeping up. It wasn't as cold as it was supposed to be, but if you wanted a refrigerator for the sake of a refrigerator, it was sort of doing that, but it couldn't freeze anymore.
No, the whole fridge on a timer, though. Now, is this something that's automatic? Does he have like a time set up on the actual cords? Or does he have to go and manually do it?
No, he bought one of those. It's off from like 9 o'clock at night until 7 the following morning or whatever he has it on. Then it comes on for a few hours, and then the timer has it set to shut off. Kind of like the thing that we would buy in Minnesota to plug our cars in. You know, why should I heat the block on my motor 24/7 when all it needs is roughly 4 or 5 hours before you're going to go anywhere? So I used to have the car when I had the Silverado. It had a block heater, and I'd plug it in and put it on that timer. I figured, why if I got home at 5 o'clock at night,
why waste the extra energy?
Yeah,
you're paying more for it.
I mean, I haven't asked, but like say at the one project house, the dump truck was plugged. It has to be plugged in. It's just. I tried starting it a couple weeks ago because it had to be parked on the other side of the street, so there was no way to run an extension cord across 52nd Avenue East, and I could not believe that the batteries actually lasted long enough to get it to finally stay running. It was like, holy crap. Versus you have it plugged in, you go out and turn the key, and as soon as it starts to turn over, that big diesel comes to life. But that thing, roughly in between trips, I think it was plugged in for 2 weeks straight between when it got used last and when it got used next. So that's an awful lot of electricity just to be interesting to see how much it goes up, because I'm not sure if those block heaters just heat or if they actually have some kind of a thermostat so that they cycle a little bit. That is something I do not know, especially on something. This guy is 1980, 87, 88. It's kind of funny. Our piece of shit one that we stopped using was actually, I think, 8 years newer than this one. This one's in really good shape. The only thing you don't want to be is your kidneys.
I'm always entertained when you pull up with a big old truck.
Good God. Christine seemed a little excited the first time I ever said, hey, want me to take you for a ride in the big truck?
For a ride?
Go for a ride in the big truck? I think we were in it for the distance of going out the alley, down the avenue, across the front of our house, and by then she already wanted to be done. She goes, how in the hell do you do this? Because the day that I ran and got some supplies for our project, and that day I had spent 9 hours doing nothing but getting loaded and going over and dumping dirt in a field. And one was over by Super One, that's where I was picking up dirt, and I was dropping it off all the way out in Gary. And if that little stretch of 65th is probably one of the worst sections of road in our area. So it was like, yeah, there's like no suspension in that thing.
Bouncing up and down.
The one amazing thing, though, is I bet you a kid's three-wheel trike does not have as good of turning radius as that dump truck. If you turn the wheels, they almost look like they're sticking 90 degrees out of the wheel well. It's like, holy yeah, I can turn a much smaller circle than my truck, and even Christine's Honda Pilot, because I went to the end of the avenue, and I figured I'd just do a turnaround in the middle of the, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to do it. It's the truck. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it did a smaller turn than a Honda Pilot. AJK, but that just is not flowing off of my tongue. AJK, you gotta change the name again, I think. AJK, lots of cowbells for freedom. Sorry, we can't do that, but ding ding. Brandon, Christine has good taste in pistols.
All revolvers.
Everything she has. If I showed you her want list, you'd know why we don't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, number one on her list is the HK fully rigged out to look just like the John Wick one in the last movie.
Well, of course. Yeah, I can see how she wants to go that way.
As a matter of fact, she wanted to get that whole case. The John Wick HK pistol, the Salient Arms AR-15, and I don't remember if it was who did the Benelli.
Yeah, I like the Benelli myself.
By the way, I just watched a video the other day from Mr. Guns and Gear, and he talked about the top guns that if you want to get a gun right now, you better get it because the prices are jumping so incredible. And when Biden and Camelto take over, that they're probably going to be impossible to get. And high on his list was the Benelli because it's an import.
Yeah.
And he says he can almost pretty much kiss AK-47s goodbye again.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think if they push too hard, the two of them are going to have a bunch of stuff they can kiss goodbye. I can't wait to see the inauguration. They just keep making more, higher, razor-covered fencing. They keep bringing in more and more people. And I continue to ask the basic question. If you fairly won the election, why do you so fear the American people? Why do you fear what is going to happen? Oh, that's because you know you stole the election. And now you fear retaliation. And I think the smart money isn't that it's going to happen on that one day. I think the retaliation, I think he's going to have just a dismal administration. I think more and more people are going to stop being afraid to talk how they should talk. Do not be intimidated by the lies and the manipulation of the media, saying that all of a sudden now, if I support Trump, that we're white extremists.
Supremacists.
We're supremacists, yeah.
Yeah, Nazis even. I've heard even Nazis.
How come I can show you a picture of Joe Biden and the leader of the KKK laughing it up if all of a sudden we're supposed to be the racist ones? Basically, it's like my ex-wife, what she does. You take everything that you are doing and you blame other people for doing it to try to somehow make you feel better about the fact that...
I know how that works.
That's exactly what she does. If you ran across her and you said, "Oh yeah, I think Eric is a neighbor 4 doors down." "Oh yeah, is she with that slut that ended our marriage? He was having an affair." That's what she tells everybody. I'm like, wow, that's weird. I must have retroactively met Christine. I didn't know Christine until after I was divorced, but evidently I was having a retroactive affair. Meanwhile, leg spreader herself there. Probably slept with everybody, including the mailman. Smile money range. Did Range? Did you almost say range? Yeah, no. There's somebody that wanted to go shooting today to try out a new toy, but...
I know who that is. I'm guessing right after you stopped over?
Yeah. Let's go. Get my shoes on. Basement Pop. Gun Wild. Way late, but here, bitches. 18 hours ago. Harmar says, me too. I'm way late, but I watched Ms. Bomey's or listened to her show. Yeah, that was an interesting show last night. Thanks to Clyde. Thanks, Clyde. Sends a link to first he sends a link to a penis pump, and then he sends a link, puts a link in the chat room to a woman's stimulation toy, and that pretty much ruled the next hour plus. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. AJK. Deutsch Ninja? German Ninja. Yeah. Like I said, we gotta work on that. Can't you just go with Ninja or something like that? What's all this secretive shit? What, you became an alphabet. AJK, thanks for the sub. Well, yeah. Don't forget your first, baby. And I can say no problem, thank you too, anytime. Going with anytime. DFC, top 30 bitches. DFC. AJK, Zeus, thank you too for the sub. And Zeus can say no problem, anytime, thank you too. Zeus would say anytime. This is how stupid their algorithm is. I'm not even, he didn't even say it to me. He said it to somebody not me, so why would I have the opportunity for a rebuttal? AJK, 200 comments, guys. No. Mr. 27 said 400 comments, please. AJK says, oh, hell yeah. No. We need a 3-hour Brew Bummy special video, says Mr. 27. No, we don't. AJK says, absolutely. Okay. You got to have a serious show of hands all to yourself, because I don't want to hear about it, because that would mean more in comments. But if you look down right now and saw that the Sunday Brew Review was 3 hours long, who in the hell would watch that?
Oh, that'd be a good train wreck to watch. Come on.
Oh, especially if there's alcohol involved the whole time. Mike says, hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. Poco Loco says, preach. That might have been another tirade. Mr. 27 says, Brew Bomi is an alien from Mars. Interesting. Yeah. Use the one where they...
I saw it. Yep. Pulled your head off.
She looks like she's wearing a head condom. David Brown. Thank you, Eric. Gonna get some tomorrow. Yeah, he mentioned that, and she said no. It still could happen, though. It could, I guess. And I can say to David, hope you enjoy, right on, have fun. I'm just going to go with have fun.
Well, you might have to just go play with the gun. That might be the only action he's getting today.
If you're going to stroke a barrel, it might be a 9mm. Mr. 27, unfiltered beers. Mr. 27, people who would go to a buyback program would also turn you in for a couple of $100. Yeah, they would. You're absolutely right. I just don't see a real, true American, if you cut yourself and it's actually red blood instead of some kind of commie green blood. I just don't see those people openly getting in line to turn in their firearms.
Well, and I wouldn't think that they would even be paying a decent amount for the guns you're turning in.
Exactly. No, I don't.
Fuck. I don't know why people would do it.
And
sell it on the black market. If you're going to get rid of it, sell it on the black market for, 3-4 times the amount. And they start coming after them.
I don't want to seem like part of the problem instead of part of the government take you up the ass communism solution. But
say that 5 times fast.
I don't care. Okay, maybe. if someone came to me right now and offered me $20,000 for the JP, I possibly would do that, because I would just take the 20,000
and go buy another one,
and I'd call JP, and I'd have him build me another one, and pocket the money, unless of course
No, then I'd be on the phone with Benelli.
Yeah, I want the. I'd like a Jeremy Predon. I would definitely really like an exact replica of his Benelli. It's got a kick-ass stock on it. It's just you cannot believe how fast those shotguns fire. I believe they own the fastest firing shotgun. Let's see. AJK says that's true to Mr. 27, and Mr. 27 says back, yeah, untrustworthy. See, that's the problem. That's the problem, is the turncoats. I mean, you know how many Jews are responsible for the death of other Jews? And then the fact that probably most of them ended up being put into the furnace. So it's kind of like the fact that you're a bitch traitor to mankind, or in this case, that you're a bitch traitor to America, they end up getting what they have coming. They end up getting the shit that, it's like, until you figure out that evil, the deep state, the Democratic Party is truly evil, they didn't give a fuck about you. They handed you your trinkets. They gave you your money, and they said, hey, we'll give you another handful of money so you can rat out your neighbors. Have fun. Smile money. Yes, that was a Matt story. Laugh out loud. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm sure.
Rich says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Poco Loco. Uber Concepts made my flash worse. Laugh out loud. I ordered a Yankee Hill platform to try out.
Phantom.
The Phantom. I don't think it was the Phantom. I had a Yankee Hill on the Justin rifle originally. Yeah, I don't know how it made it worse. That's one of the things that that brake is known for. Shake it off. Clyde, whiskey and salutations to all. That sucking sound. Got some whiskey?
If I got to do one, it's going to be very small.
The question is do you even want another one of these? This was a 4-pack. I think I might forego having another one of these. And
you're gonna dip into my Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because I haven't. It'll be an unreviewed review. So I'll have to grab a 4-pack or whatever and actually do
6-packs right now.
6ers. $15 for 6 or more?
$15.99.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I think that was the same price as last year, actually.
Whiskey.
Oh, excuse me.
No more than that?
I'm good. No, I'm good. Last night was a rough one for me. I went out fishing, then I went to the bar. I put in $50.
Little hair of the dog for you.
Of course, $50 in and pulled $250 right away. So I got pretty schnockered up.
You haven't had this yet, have you?
I don't think so. This was number 100.
Highland Park Cask Strength.
Ooh, it's going to be a strong one. I can tell you that. Oof. It burns! It burns!
first time I had a shot of it, I really thought it could have come from the John Paul family.
Oh my gosh, it's so spicy right from the start.
And after having more of it, like sipping it, I felt that it was kinfolk. But after having more of it, it's definitely something a little bit different. Yeah, I tell you, I finally figured out how to get this stupid thing apart. Doesn't it look like?
Wasn't too hard, I bet, once you figured it.
But it looks like it should like fold. It doesn't. It's just held together by magnets.
That's crazy.
So like if the castle nut comes loose on your rifle, there's the wrench for that. If say your brake muzzle device comes loose, there's the wrench for that. 3/8 wrench, front sight post wrench, and then the whole thing just stacks back together as a. Of course, that's also it can be a scraper for carbon. It can be used as a. Well, this is the tool for the little bits. It can be used to pull a cleaning cable through, and the whole thing will fit up inside of a pistol grip.
Interesting.
Looks like a gun turret.
Yeah. Mounted on a G.I. Joe truck or something.
So I found a new YouTube channel by accident that kind of got my interest lately. The guy makes like dioramas. Like he had it looked like a clear whiskey bottle with a submarine in it with firing 2 torpedoes.
Yeah, I saw either that exact one or something very similar. You'll see him put in little air bubbles, like he's injecting them with the needles, and he's doing it all out of that clear hardening stuff, right?
Well, like in case of that bottle,
yeah,
he actually made it and then put it on a lathe and turned it into the shape of the bottle. Mm-hmm. He had one of a tank, and it looks like it's coming up over a ridge fast, and all the dust behind it was all made out of cotton balls that then were acrylic or painted and then acrylic to stay solid. It looks like it's firing, and that was made out of cotton balls, and he put lights inside of the cotton balls before he painted, and so when it lights up, it looks like the flash, and then the projectile is just in front of all of the fire, the smoke and the lights. It's like, holy shit, this guy's.
Did you see the one with him shooting the bullet through the light bulb?
I think I saw that on it. Yeah, he also had one of shooting the card.
Okay, yeah, right in half, right down the middle. Yeah, no, he's got some very interesting stuff. That's what I was telling you. Like, one of my dream things would be like getting my own shop and custom building epoxy tables. But when I'm saying building epoxy tables, I'm not just talking about like easy ones. I'm talking about design stuff like that, putting bullets, or shells all over.
Crap, you could have a whole war scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can make anything.
You could start off in the water with ships fighting each other, submarines shooting torpedoes. Get over here to the land, and the whole thing could be encased in. I mean, just the amount of time that in some of his videos, like he showed him building the tank model, painting it, doing all the detail. Of course, everything is at like 3 or 5 times speed.
Yeah, fast forward. Yeah. No, that's interesting though. He's definitely talented.
Oh, you watch it be done, going, well, how is this going to look right? And then when it's all done, like with the submarine, he took the cotton balls and kind of pulled it out, made it look the way he wanted it to look. Put a freaking toothpick on a lathe to make the torpedoes out of. Laid that all down, poured the acrylic over it and then hit it with the UV light to get it to firm up, and then glued it in place on the front of the sub. But once the whole thing is acrylic, a lot of what looks like it's going to stand out and be noticed completely disappears. So you could no longer see the seam of where the cotton ball, the acrylic, ran wild on it. Once it was all sealed in the acrylic, all you could see was the cotton ball, which was representing the bubble trail of the torpedoes as they're leaving the sub. And it's like one of those things where I never thought that I would sit there like this and watch like a 15-minute video of this guy making these various scenes. It's like, holy shit. There was a war, like a World War II ships fighting each other scene that he did in a big glass bottle, and he literally cut the very bottom off the glass bottle and then put a protector in so that he could fill it with acrylic, various colors, blue for the ocean, fill it so it would go all the way up to where that divider was, and then so he's reaching inside, placing everything in place, and then epoxied the bottom of the jug back on. So it was like, I don't know what size, like a 2.5 gallon maybe. You know, it was definitely bigger than a 1 gallon container, but by the time it was all done, it was like, holy shit. Just the tools to do some of that stuff. Like, I can't even imagine successfully cutting the bottom off of a glass jug. Be like, hey, you got another one of those?
Yeah.
J-Dog is here, finish at work. Poco Loco, if you want to sidestep demonetization just to do a reaction video in the review, then put it in the title. I need more alcohol, I guess, to understand what the hell you are saying right now. Gunwild. So you're both a trigger snob and a handlebar snob. Weird combination. Yes. Who the hell wants to ride a motorcycle like this? What is that? My armpits are leaking, so I can dry them out. You don't have any control over the bike. I like to ride. I like performance. I like pushing a bike into a corner and watching your handlebar tips grind off. You're leaning over that far. Ape. No. It's just not me. But hey, if you're all for it, I love you. I just don't even see how that's even comfortable.
You just like the stick broom, I know. Whatever floats your boat, man. Everyone's got their
You know, for me,
cup of tea.
a VMAX, 2-inch riser, maybe slightly swept back riser, and then a broomstick bar on my VMAX. That's all I want. But then again, you know, I've spent almost my entire motorcycle life laying on a gas tank. You know, it's like almost everything I've had has been a cafe style bike. You know it's bad when 3 guys go for a ride and we each took turns riding each other's bikes, and my buddy watched me for an hour and a half on a cafe style bike, Ducati, and says, "Oh well, you can take over riding my my Yamaha." What was that thing again? It's Yamaha's. It looks just like a Harley Davidson. If you don't see the Yamaha symbols on it, it looks like a Harley Davidson. And it's a 1800 cc's, and he's like, you know, I can see you're all bent over on that thing. Why don't you ride this for a little while in comfort? 15 minutes in the riding that thing, and it's much better than a Harley Davidson with its anti-vibration and dampening shit. I could not feel my hands. I could not feel my arms. I did not want to be on it anymore, Sam I am. It's like... It says, oh, it's just like sitting on your living room couch. No, it's not. No. Put me back on the cafe racer. Steven, A minute in, and I hope you read a date on the can. Went by the Asian market in Oklahoma City today, looked at their imported Asian beers, and saw a Pilsner. You know, the old Pilsners are awful. Well, these puppies were canned 2018. Surprisingly, I bought 0. You. Stephen, again, I'd be more than happy to send you a polished, all-stainless, mil-spec, enhanced trigger in trade for said happy switch. Share the happiness. I have none. Steve, I won't turn in any guns, and the ATF knows I have a suppressor. They have my address, my name, my phone number, and my fingerprints. They know I have guns because of the suppressor. Will they get them from me willingly? I mean, it's hard to hand it to them when I'm dead. Exactly. Stephen again. I carry my Glock 19 with the Vortex Venom appendix, and I enjoy it. It's a little harder since I went from 155 to damn near 195 since COVID hit, but I'm slowly losing it. I love the red dot on the pistol. Sometimes it's a little too bright for my liking in low light, but red on the head, yo ass is dead.
It's true enough.
Yeah. You know, I do have a couple of Glocks that are optics ready. If I had an optic to more to the point of having the right optic to fit the hole pattern on them, I guess it'd be something worth trying. But I only have 2 things that are optics that have optics on them right now. I guess I do have the holster for the G20. I do not have a holster for the Walther. That is a badass pistol. But I just see the way I am destroying a red dot on a pistol in the form of a carry gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially at work. Maybe not so much on a weekend, but
well, even that. You know how many times I've gone, oh, let me grab that out of here, and I've hit like the vice.
Yeah. No, I mean I get it, but work's definitely going to beat it up constantly.
When you're laying on when I'm laying on my right side under a house, and it turns out that moist area that's making my entire right side start to get sopping wet turns out to be a 4-inch leaking toilet pipe. That's just
gotta love life.
That's just the start of the problems, right there.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! I'm not even sure I could even say that we're almost close. Harmarsh, here, I'll return after Ms. Bomey's show. You guys should be supporting her show too. Yes. Yes. I am enjoying the fact that an hour and 15-minute brew review takes 39 minutes to upload, though. Mr. 27, MMP is nice. I should take Joey up on that and carry it, just for the fun of it. Maybe not for work, Joey. I have a little bit more respect for your firearm than that, but I might take it with me next time me and David and hopefully Christine and Bunky get a chance to go shooting. Lord knows, thanks to Mr. Holster, I do feel that I could go to the range quite a few times with 40 cal and still have enough for the revolution. Mr. 27, real good comments are the sub-comments. AJK goes, they are indeed. See? Not a case in point. Just kidding, AJK. Gotta pick on him. Especially since AJK. Why does... That just doesn't work. I'm sorry. It's just not. Harmarsh. These bloody videos are going to make me unsub. Lots of these brews are looking very fruity lately. In fact, all your drinks have been. Hey, that was 10.5% for an IPA. I don't care how fruity it is. Actually, that one was pretty good.
Which one?
If you get it, you have to get it at Keyport, and if
the Left now, cry later?
Yeah. If the walk-in beer cooler is right there, it's going to be right there on like the shelf at about this level. And I'd definitely get that again. Yeah.
No, would it come in like individual can, bottle?
Yes.
6-packs?
Yeah, unfortunate. Well, see, I spent my money on a bunch of individuals this time, just to do them during the week, and I got two things possibly for us. One thing from Surly. I think two things from Surly. A bigger bottle and a 4-pack of Pentagram. But everything else I bought singles. And 20-ounce singles.
Remember that Surly I got? Did you try any? Or did you...
Oh, the ones you left me to... I've already reviewed it, but I have them as drinkers.
No, those...
I still got those Surlys.
No.
You left one. I had
It was like something... Mirror image or some weird crap.
Oh,
it was a new one. I was not a fan of it, though. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, what did I... It's like, what did I just get that had a bottle opener to try, but... Can use anything.
I gave that other beer a review already. If anyone on the video caught it, I'll show it again, but...
Let's use my fishy. This is that thing that can be used as a for tying string. It's also supposed to be a bottle opener. Is it this one? I think it was this one. Okay, yeah. My fishy. My little fishy. I got so many really cool ones. If I put them all on one key, not to mention I'm getting more things that are tools, like the in the battle box. I have a thing to make strapping material out of a plastic bottle. It's kind of like an apple peeler. You just keep turning it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen people do that. I don't know if I've seen the tool for it, but I mean, I've seen that used for like survival situations. You know, they're saying, hey, if you find a plastic bottle, that's actually very valuable. You can store your water in there, or like if you need a rope, yeah, just do that. You braid it up.
Hey, I'm here to tell you right now. Let's see.
Twine, whatever.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I would pay real money to watch Chuck put this together. It's like the screws, the spacers, the blade inside, and the fasteners. Yeah, again, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I'd probably, you know. So yeah, you just get it started. And like I mentioned in the video, this style bottle is just so flimsy that you'll get to a point where you end up in a roadblock, and if that happens, then you kind of have to grab. Yeah. Wow, the very first time I went to use this thing, I had more success than doing it now.
You gotta find a good old bottle of pop without all the rings in it.
Yeah, my
2
very
liter or 3 liter would work awesome for that.
my very first attempt, I basically stopped because I had it going so perfectly. Mm-hmm. Even when it started to ball up and pinch like that. But these things are just too flimsy. But yeah, it's
pretty interesting, and it's very small. So.
Smile Money always looks at the other side of the coin, the one that I haven't shot yet, and he's like, you know what? You could get some like green bottles and make Christmas garland grass for your. It's like, yeah, you probably could, but yeah, like I said, once you get it going, of course I've screwed up this bottle, so I'd have to like completely start over. I had no problems. I made like a whole damn line of it. But putting it together, I do have to say, especially with the terrible arthritis that has started in this hand, it was like going, okay, so I put the 4 screws in, and then I quickly flipped it, and then I built the whole thing, and now I'm trying to hang on to, I'm pushing it down so it doesn't spin, and trying to get one of those nuts to start.
So you had to put this together yourself, huh?
Yes.
That don't look too bad. Let's start one side at a time, maybe. Interesting, though. That is...
I gotta try it with a thicker bottle.
Yeah, like I said, a 2-liter or 3-liter would be great. Actually, I'm sure they make 3 liters nowadays, but I used to get those all the time as a kid. Shasta, I think it was. The Shasta 3 liters.
Oh, yeah. That's like...
I'm a little 6-year-old, like... trying to pour my cup up.
Mr. 27, I think I counted Eric saying he likes big cans 3 times so far. Big cans are nice. Yesterday's were bigger cans. These are okay. I went with the whole redhead theme, just for you redhead screwballs. Wade. Cheap old gun guy. The review beer, laugh now, cry later, goes well with your t-shirt.
What t-shirt was it?
Camel Toe and Biden, the Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
That's a great one. I really enjoyed wearing that out. I didn't notice it. Of course, I had unzip when I was
making your rounds
making my rounds at the store, and I didn't notice anybody looking at it. But I was hoping to get someone triggered like that one day. The old guy yelling at Christine, but I think he had read my read my shirt. Liberalism is a mental disorder. That was before we were in jacket season. Harmarsh. Missed Locked and Loaded last night because Throttle Club went to Friday night instead of tonight. It was not fun like usual. One guy dominated the conversation, just turned me right off. I'll probably ditch it next week if it's on a Friday. Yeah, you were missed. I was like, what the hell? My buddy's dissing me? Harmarsh. Harmarsh, just for the record, more than a friend. A brother that I haven't had the pleasure to shake hands with, and I truly hope that happens someday. And if I don't hear from you every single day, that is a weird day. Well, it hasn't happened. I mean, one way or the other, I talk to him every single day.
Yeah.
Kind of like all the members of the Deplorables. And we are thinking about moving our group to Signal. Harmarsh again. Well, Miss Bomey, stellar show tonight. What a kiss ass. Fucks me over. And then goes on and on about how great her show was. Mr. 27. This is the 75th comment. Well, I'm glad. Damn it. Jorn. Nice and wonderful move, Eric. Please put the gun down and focus on dialogue.
Are you playing with your guns again?
Oh yeah, I had a myriad of stuff out, including the Bunky build. Jorn,
I haven't seen that yet.
Jorn,
take a look.
Jorn, this one is for you. Shut up.
Oh boy, is that?
Get on board.
Is that your Kimber?
No, this is the SIG.
Oh, that's a SIG. Okay.
The SIG, which I'm slowly scratching up. Inside the holster, it's starting to take all of the, like as Mr. Holster said, well, it is a painted gun.
I just don't typically see you carrying the 1911s around too often anymore.
Well, there's a certain guns. I've been what you'd call sentimental carrying a lot lately.
Yeah.
Almost everything I've carried has got some specific reason. In a weird thing, one of my absolute favorite guns to carry has been the 629.
Yeah.
I only got 6 shots, but I carry 2 speed loaders with me.
Hey, hold on. Let me reload this.
But I just want to ask. I want to ask you a question. If you kick in my front door and all you have is a knife, and moi here aims a snub-nosed 44 Magnum, and you can see all the little red tips in the cylinder, I think if I just offer you the ability to continue leaving, or living by leaving, I think you're probably going to go with it. I don't know. I never thought I would ever have a revolver on my side other than, say, at the range or out in the woods. Out in the woods in bear country, the 454 was like my favorite one. I actually think if I was somewhere where there was bears, well, we have bears, but if we were bears, cougars, other things that just want to kill you, I honestly think that I would carry it one or the other combination. I would carry the 454 in a shoulder rig, or I would carry the 454 in a side holster, and vice versa on the Glock 10mm. 15 rounds. If a bear is going to get to you after 16 rounds of 10mm,
yeah, you ain't got much choice.
I'd be like,
oh, you got me.
Here, this is exactly how it goes, and I'll even throw this in because you gave it to me. Shot 14, he's still coming. Shot 15, he's still coming. Shot 16, he's still coming. Ah, fuck it. Toss the gun aside, reach into my pocket, grab the what the hell is the salt? The Himalayan. I'd grab the Himalayan salt and I'd at least juice myself up for it. Yeah. Hey guy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm ready for you. See, Joey, just imagine this. Coonan Arms. Now I know I'm just imagining, but I'm allowed. Imagine if Coonan Arms made a 1911-ish gun chambered in 454 Casull. A semi-automatic 454 Casull.
That would be redonkulous.
Oh, I just started getting some push.
Oh, you're fucked up.
I mean, I have a holster for the Desert Eagle. I guess I'd carry that. Carry that. Tell you what, tactical holster for the 10mm Glock, because it has a lot of rounds. Or even my race gun, because it has a red dot, Steve. But then holster up the Desert Eagle. It has more shots than a revolver, and it definitely does have some bear pounding capabilities.
Well, yeah, that's why I like the two I got. Go big or go home. Get the big calibers.
This will be my first.
The 50 cal though, that might be a little hard to carry. I mean, you can carry it, but I mean that's going to be big and bulky. You ever think about putting your revolver too down, like maybe get an ankle
for the 44?
For any of them, I don't know.
A walk with a fucking limp.
I'm just saying it might be a nice little option with everything going on. You have one hidden.
I got that 38 special.
Got one down in your ankle, and you have one on your hip.
I have never tried an ankle holster. I've never owned one. I've never tried one, but I do have that little 38 Smith & Wesson. That might be a good candidate. As David Brown would say, the throwdown gun. I mean, not that he'd ever do anything like that.
Just some food for thought, man. Nothing wrong with carrying one in the boot or on your ankle.
Hey, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd actually consider carrying two guns. But when we used to go down and visit Lily, if I wasn't wearing it, it was always in the car.
Yeah.
Like this. This little guy. This would do airweight, 38 special. Sad thing is, I don't have a single 38 special round in the house. I have a few 357 Magnums, and that is it. And a double action, single action, but yeah, I don't think you'd feel that. I don't think that'd be annoying.
It's very small and light. Oh, 5-shotter, huh? Guess it's better than nothing, but yeah, that's real. I mean, I think that's real light. You could probably hide that pretty
Well, if I was wearing
Pretty easy.
if I was wearing my cowboy boots, I don't think you'd even need a holster. I'd just
No?
tuck it in right at
Well,
the
that's what I'm
top.
saying. Throw them in your boot.
Yo, what gun? Hey, Polish, you're doing it wrong. I built a silencer.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice too that it doesn't have the big old freaking back wing on it.
Of course, every single time I pull this thing out, Christine just gets more and more pissed off.
Why?
Because her dad gave her a Smith & Wesson Model 10, looked just like this, 6-shot, beautiful bluing, but it had the exposed hammer, and
Well, that's nice because it's not going to catch anything, you know.
then there was some upheaval going on out in Christine's aunt's place, Christine's dad's sister, and he asked to stop by and pick up the Model 10 so that Auntie could have it for safety. And the last time Christine asked, she goes, "No, your dad came and picked that back up. I don't have that anymore." She's just like, reminds me of my childhood.
Fucking fight over the gun.
No, I think it was something about losing a poker match and Christine's piano went bye-bye.
Oh, that's always nice too.
Yeah, so that was just right. So I tell you, if the day ever comes where I can afford it and I can find a mint Model 10 just like hers, then she'll know that nobody can take it away from her. Like I said, basically it looked just like that, but with an exposed hammer.
Yeah.
And
Cut
6
off
shots.
I honestly, I mean, I guess you got grip. Actually, it works somewhat, but I do rather have like an exposed hammer and a nice thumb trigger, or not trigger, but I mean a little
I
bit more
think,
thumb
personally, my favorite guns on the planet are not striker fired.
action. For the boot though, this is nice because then it's not catching. You said you like what now?
I like a gun with a goddamn hammer on it.
Yeah.
I like hammer fired guns. That's why I always seem to lean towards things like 1911s. Except for because of
Those are
the
some usually pretty small looking hammers though in the hammer world, I think.
and of course because of all the uncertainty going on right now, my daily carry is back to the FN57.
Oh yeah. You know what? I saw one. I saw a Ruger 5.7. Oh, I know it's a Ruger, but it was like $700, and I thought that was a decent price.
For that gun, right now?
Yeah.
That is a decent
I
price.
just saw it like a week ago, and it's in town. But here's the problem. It's like, well, I still want to get a Glock, so I can use my little setup. You know what? I think that's going to be my new hunting gun.
Well, if you really had a bug up your ass, you could borrow mine.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I'm not worried about it right now. I've got plenty of guns.
And it's a Glock, so I shouldn't give a shit. If I'm carrying a $1,500 1911 and scratching the fuck out of it, I guess why should I care what happens to a G19? Fucking NIHAP. What an asshole.
I feel a little tension here.
I despise Glocks in every form and fashion. I had never said a nice thing, and Dickweed decides to send me one. He's like, I'm just going to send you one. All I'm going to ask is that you actually give it a legitimate, don't use any of your headstrong bullshit. It's a 2x4 that shoots bullets. Just actually use it. Okay, so I started carrying it.
And then you're like...
And I started doing maintenance on it. Then I started doing upgrades on it, and I realized that it's an easy gun to shoot. It's an easy gun to upgrade. It's an easy gun to fix. It is, if you cannot keep a Glock running your entire life, and all you basically need is like a small handful of what ifs. What if this breaks, or what if that breaks? I mean, shit. In the entire time that I've owned one, I've never been able to break anything on a Glock. And even with the aftermarket stuff, the only problem I've ever had is when you put in an aftermarket trigger, or should I say like a ghost connector, you have to fine tune it for the gun. The ghost connector with the over travel, literally the gun will not fire when you first put it in. You slowly keep sanding, grinding off a little bit of that over travel arm until the gun successfully works. Other than that, I mean, I realize there's people out there that are extremely headstrong, like David Brown, that will never carry the quote-unquote plastic gun. But we have gotten to the point where polymers, look at...
They're pretty strong nowadays, and they're light as hell.
If you watch the Burry review, and I made a comment about it, and I could share the link with you, was it TFB? Sharky sent me the link. I'm actually subbed to his channel. He had a sit-down with... Magpul, and they showed the shit. You got to see the stuff before it's even going to be at SHOT Show, and they said that everything we're showing you is going to be available either on or before SHOT Show. None of this, you're going to have to wait 6 months to get it. And they are releasing the Magpul Embus flip-ups, like the $199 set that I just put on the Bunkinator, and they're now making them out of polymer. And they say that their polymer has now surpassed the durability of steel.
That's crazy.
They have their own drum mag for Glocks, which means Alicia.
That's another reason why I want to get that, dude. I can be rocking a 50 or 90, 100 round wheel sitting in my freaking little MCK.
That means the Bunkinator and Alicia will both be able to have an even bigger mag in almost as small of a footprint as a Happy Stick. They released they have some new stocks coming out, a new grip if you have a really big grip and you like a larger grip on your gun right off the bat. Gunwild might want to check out the new one that's going to be coming out. It's but yeah, when Sharky sent me the link because of those polymer flip up Embus Pros, the new ones that'll be coming out, and I definitely want to get my hands on them. Sounds like they're going to be about $150 for the set. So $50 less.
That's just crazy expensive though for a pair of sights.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to go China specials.
This is the China special. Which one is this? Dagger Defense.
Yeah. That was I think it was $23 for the front and the rear.
$23 for front and rear? That's not bad.
But don't forget.
Actually, they flick up. Yeah, I remember those ones.
$23 for the set.
Those would be the ones I'd go with right there. If I was gonna go buy one right now.
You know they're total knockoffs.
Yeah,
but
they fucking work. They work just the same, and they.
This is my fourth set.
I need a fourth set. He's like, I'm getting these bitches so cheap, I'm throwing them on all my guns.
Hey, put it this way. I paid less for 4 sets than you would for one.
Yep.
4 to 1, you know?
Don't have it on the BB gun yet. Looks like you still might need to order a few more. You don't got all your guns covered yet.
Well, I do have flip-ups though.
Yeah, you got flip-ups.
Those are those.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Those are those. Those actually are pretty cool. They've got the HK front, and it's a simulation of the Diamond Head. Those are okay. Then I actually have a set of Diamond Heads on the everything gun.
The everything gun.
The MC Go Fuck Yourself.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
It's everything. It's a range. Well, that's right. It's a range toy. You know, I thought, I've got another gun that would actually utilize the scope that's on the MCK right now very well. And the more I thought about it, no! After the time that we all had out at the range, the most discriminant bitch friend that I have is Christopher. And he's like, I wouldn't change a thing.
It's a little ridiculous, but it's cool. It's cool.
You could use it for home defense. You could use it for hunting.
That's what I'm saying, man. All I got is the red dot and flip-ups on mine. But if I take that'd be a good hunting gun, I would think.
Especially in 10 millimeter.
Well, I don't think you can legally. Well, I'm going for 40 cal. I think. I can't fit 10 mil, but 40 cal I think would be fine.
I'm not sure about the legalities in
No, you can't legally hunt with it.
This is where Smile Money is going. Matt, Matt would never consider hunting with a 40 cal.
No, I mean, I would carry it with me, absolutely. No, I use my rifle, but no, I take that out hunting.
I know somebody.
I take it out hunting.
Technically, they're also breaking the law, but I know someone every single time they're deer hunting has a 22. A 22 on their side.
Oh, I usually carry my pistol when I'm out.
According to the laws of Minnesota, you can have a gun on your side while you're deer hunting, but it has to be of a caliber that can legally take a deer, which is bullshit. If you're holding a deer rifle,
a 22 will fucking take out the deer.
I know. I mean, you take someone with some skill, like, I'm not just kissing some ass right now, Clyde, but if you're telling me that Clyde couldn't take any animal on the planet with a 22 long rifle, it's all where you put that bullet. Yeah. You put a shot in an eye socket, nobody's walking away from that. Yeah. A bear is not going to walk away from a round going in its eye socket.
I don't know.
Maybe a bear.
I was going to say, I don't know, but I wouldn't want to try it. I wouldn't want to try it either.
The bullet just bounced around in its skull, entered out its spine, and it's still coming for you because he knows you're all covered in Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt.
45 minutes later, it all came together.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, but Harmarsh, I noticed when you're going through comments yesterday, YouTube took down a comment or two. No. Here's the thing that's pissing me off, guys, and I was able to prove this with Market Zero. He goes, you didn't read my comment about the high power. I didn't see the comment about the high power. Okay, I just went and checked, and according to Market Zero, his comment shows on his browser on the video. Me, I went through the entire comments forward to back to forward multiple times, and I'm like, dude, sorry, your comment is not visible to me, but they're leaving it visible to him. So he's like, what is the point of that? Are they trying to pit us against each other? Like, that asshole didn't read my comment. So, AJK says, took down 2 of mine tonight. Christ. Rocco Burnout. Oh boy. What are you guys talking about? I love YouTube now. They're great. I love all their rules.
You had to bend over and take it in the ass. And you now may be able to get some money, so you're like, we cool again. Yeah, we cool.
I only had to delete like 600 of my own. I only had to lose like part of my body. My heart was ripped out of me.
You cut off your wang just for a little potential money, man.
Well, like John said, between the two of us, there isn't a single video of yours that has actually been lost. If we ever get to the point where we can either A, put them back, or B, go someplace else, we will. Yeah. But the bottom line is here's my viewpoint. I'll take it right on the chin, sell out. On the other hand,
I'll take it right on the chin. What are you putting on your chin? Sell out or a big old nutsack? That's what.
This was my viewpoint to John. John, well, one, there was a lot of effort put into it by John, so I didn't really want to let him down. And 2, if I can get somebody, it's kind of like when my ex-wife had to pay me child support. You Yeah, I'm gonna take your fucking money because you're a bunch
So
of.
that's what you're thinking? Like, I'm gonna take your money, YouTube. I fucking hate you guys.
I'm over here. Go fuck yourself. I'm over there cashing the check. We'll see.
Goddamn sellout.
Besides that, fuck it. If you could look at it as YouTube is making my car payment, hey, okay.
Okay.
But on the other hand, John goes, I'm still proud of you. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, your sponsored videos, if you're not happy about something, I know it. Like, I know. That's what I've constantly said. I lost a couple sponsors because, well, I think Tac Pack is a prime example. $49 for this? Okay, I'm a little disappointed with this box. Next thing you know, your services are no longer needed. Well, I told you I'd always give an honest review. I'm not going to do what happened to me. Hey guys, I give this 2 thumbs way up.
And then you get it.
I turn around and buy 8 mags that he recommended, and they fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just because you send me something, there's no way it's declared it's going to be successful. You know? And the thing is, and I told you guys I was a little disappointed with the Crate Club. Holy shit! I looked at how much they charge for that rack system. I can see why. Legitimately, there's a lot of money in that box. Now, can you really use it? Here's what I decided, though, Matt. I'm gonna rig that.
Here's what I decided.
I'm actually gonna put that thing together
in your truck
and hang an AR behind the seat of my truck. I can legally do it.
Yeah. Hey.
It doesn't have to be in a case, and it doesn't have to be unloaded for me. So fuck them. I figured I'd give it a try.
Are you able to lock it onto it or no?
You know, that's a good question. You could. Wow, no. I would say no matter what. If the actual worst case scenario for the person stealing your shit is they got your gun and the rack, because you just have to cut the straps that are holding it to the seat. Gotcha. Now if you took a bike cable and went around your AR and then to the seat post, you could. But
you could do the same thing with the rack, potentially. And I'm just talking like, you know what I mean? Having a lock through the trigger, just like you got. Go right through the trigger.
It's just, you know, like you, yeah.
Well, no, but like your other setup you got, and just lock it through the trigger, and if that board is wrapped with like a cable or something, yeah, they still might be able to cut it, but it's a lot less likely.
I could make it so that time would not give them the luxury of taking it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would be an inconvenience to try to.
Then the next issue is how does everybody feel about leaving a gun in their vehicle 24/7?
Yeah, it's a good reason for your window to get smashed.
Yeah, because we are in a neighborhood. It hasn't happened lately, but we did have a bunch of kids that were smashing windows to steal the coins. They were just randomly busting out windows just to go through vehicles.
Yeah.
And they'd be like going, "Oh, I got 25 cents from that guy. That guy had nothing but tasty bread. What a prick." So we're gonna paint. You remember that? A bunch of neighbors told Mike that they thought the person that did the graffiti on the garages was one of Mike's kids, because his vehicle didn't get affected. Mike goes,
mine didn't either.
Well, Mike goes, out of curiosity, they wrote on your garage, what'd they do? Well, they used paint. What color paint was it? It was white. What color is my vehicle? White.
What color is my fucking garage?
What kind of a moron would graffiti up a great big delivery van that's white with white paint? Of course they'd skip it. It's not going to be seen. The fact is that Mike's kids, I just don't think were smart enough to be evil.
I know who did it. It wasn't Mike's kids. It wasn't me either.
That was about to be my
I know you're fucking way you're looking. No, I lived here. I was a goddamn adult at the time.
I know for a fact it wasn't Mike's kids.
No, I know who did it. Well, the neighbor also saw him. It was 2 girls.
That's what Mike had told me.
Yeah, it was 2 girls.
Was one of them the same color as half of the screen?
I don't know. I know one. I don't know both necessarily. I'm sure I could find out.
I heard that one of them not white.
Oh, see, I don't
Not
know about
that,
that.
not that it makes a difference.
Well,
High school.
The one I know is definitely white.
Couple of high school girls with some spray paint. And then,
It was Big Titty. Don't you remember Big Titty down the street?
no.
Her mom lives on the other side of the
Yeah, I
street.
know. I'm just trying to act coy.
I can't remember if it was you or freaking Mike or Grizzly Adams across the alley that fucking started calling her Big Titties. She does have big titties, but I mean...
I think that was Miles, actually.
Yeah, Miles might have said it. But it was her when she was like... Dude, she had to been in like 10th, 11th grade, I think. That was a long time ago.
Could have given her a get out of jail free card. Keep it right on the end of my dick. Big titties. Wow, the whole neighborhood just knows you by one thing: big titties. Where's Big Titties? Oh, she's down there. Cobra says, "Oh boy." Cobra says, "Just remember, the U.S. military is a cross section of America. So yes, you will have cold-blooded, left-leaning Lily just got dissed.
Every day.
Yeah, what? Why would she not call while I'm doing a brew review? So yes, you have cold-blooded, left-leaning military that will go 3-round bursts on you when ordered. Most I've worked with would not, but there are a few I've worked with that lean left hardcore. Yeah, I know, and it really surprises me that it does come as a surprise to me that there's any lefties in the military.
So I gotta tell you something really funny.
Damn it, I got called on it. 4307, $5.
Last night
Put it on his tab.
I went down the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got done fishing, figured I'll go for a beer or two. Guess who shows up literally last minute?
Big titties?
No.
Kathy? That was my second guess.
She was sober as a ghost, but they didn't want to serve her because it was literally like 15 minutes to 10 o'clock. But they don't it's not like back in the day where they can serve till 2 and hang out till, 2:30, 3 o'clock. No, they want your ass out at 10 o'clock. The fucking Corona, man, it'll get you if you're even a minute late.
Corona does nothing till 10 p.m. Then it comes out like a motherfucker.
So anyway, she comes in and they didn't want to serve her. And I know the bartender is really good down there, and I know Kathy, and I'm like, fuck, well, she don't look like she's doing too good. I said, just give her what she wants, put it on my tab, because I was getting my bill anyways. And bartender, all right, fine, you got to fucking slam it though. I'm not even pouring you a beer. I'll get you a shot, something like that. So she took a double or something, whatever. Anyways, so I said, all right, well, I'm walking home. She walks home. And she says, well, you got a beer. I said, all right, I got a beer for you, but that's it. And she's telling me her brother died yesterday. But
What?
Yeah, they brought him back to life.
Oh.
So she's like all upset and stuff, like her brother's dead. It's like, he was. They brought him back. Like he might not be doing good, but she's literally acting like he's fucking dead.
Is he dead right now?
And, well, she's a little goofy sometimes, and well, anyways, so she comes over, because I said I'd give her a beer, and she sits down in my fucking chair in the garage next to my heater. I'm like, alright, well, whatever. And she keeps bumming fucking smokes. I'm like, dude, when is she gonna fucking leave? So finally I started asking her.
I know how you feel, Matt.
So I started asking her, I was like, well, how do you think about all the shit that's going on with the Capitals and everything? And I don't know what she said. She said something, just totally left. And so that was able to give me my in. I was playing the field because I'm like, people get pissed with politics, right? So I'm like, how can I get this going? And she said something really fucking lefty. And I was like, actually, that it wasn't just a bunch of Trump supporters that were there. There are known instigators that have been documented and arrested. She goes, are you a fucking Trumper? And she got up and left. I was like, fuck, now I know how to get rid of Kathy from here on.
Oh,
Start talking from a Republican conservative side, and holy shit, she'll leave you the fuck alone.
You know what I need to do? Because when I drive past Kathy every day, it's on the driver's side. I'll just put one of these up on the door sill.
Oh man,
right there on the truck. Yeah.
I can't say I overly like Kathy, but I mean I don't have any problems with her.
Well, you gotta keep in mind when she's able to be sober for more than 5 minutes, she's an educator. She's a teacher.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she can be a very nice lady.
Well, if you went to talk about Trump, you could have traded a cigarette for a blowjob.
I am good, dude.
She offered that to Mike once.
Really?
Blowjob for a beer. I can hop in the car with you.
I could have probably gotten more than a blowjob. I paid for a double shot and I gave her a beer. Oh, Christ, that's funny.
I don't know. People should have the problem is what I argue about is our media has gotten to the point where most of the people that have zero IQ on who they voted for is because they were manipulated.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I agree. I'm thinking half the politics, or not politics, legislators, all the politicians, man, we need to get rid of them. Start doing, a time limit for their seats, and the social media's got to go. They got to do something about that, because I call it toxic. It's literally toxic. When people ask me about the news and what they're seeing, I'm like, don't fucking watch it. It's literally garbage.
McLean, amen. Blue Healer? No. Wade? An education is a terrible thing to waste. Hey, Google. What are Cupid's kettle drums?
On the website definition-of.com, they say, definition, Cupid's kettle drums rate, female breasts, especially large ones.
So big old titties.
Wow, thanks.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You don't understand what big old titties are?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Hey Google, what are big old titties?
I wonder how.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I like how she keeps changing language.
I wonder how big a titties Google has, or Alexa has.
Hey Google, are your titties bigger than Alexa's?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Hey, can you turn the volume up by 10%? Tell me a joke.
What?
Why did the Scarecrow keep getting promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field.
I probably got better ones for you, but I can't even think of one right now.
Hey
What?
Google, tell me a good kid's joke.
Why won't the shrimp share its treasure? Because it's shellfish.
Okay. And she won't even... Hey Google, tell me a dirty joke. Another kid's
Here's
joke.
a dirty joke. What did one broom say to the other? Have you heard the latest dirt? Apparently the vacuum cleaner bit the dust.
That was a good one.
Hey Google, self-destruct.
Self-destructing in 3, 2, 1. Actually, I think I'll stick around.
God damn it.
What's the problem?
You! Just kidding. Love you.
So what's up with this next comment here?
You made my day.
Blue Healer?
Blue Healer.
I guess I can forgive
Here's
you
a
for this.
summary from Wikipedia. The Australian cattle dog, or simply cattle dog, is a breed of herding dog originally developed
How
in
did we get
Australia
where
for
we are
driving
right
cattle
now?
over long distances
You
across
really
rough
like to play
terrain.
with
This
Alexa.
breed is a
Google.
medium-sized, short...
Thank you, but
Shut up.
Blue Healer.
All right, I'll be here when you need me.
Oh my God. Kind of like
Bitch always has to have the last word.
it's like fucking Visa. Blue
Oh.
Healer. I guess I can forgive you this time for dissing Lord of the Rings.
How were you dissing? That's what I want to know. How were you dissing Lord of the Rings?
I've never watched the movies.
What?
I have no desire.
I've got all 6, man. No, my kid said the same thing since he's been little. guess what? Same with Harry Potter. I don't want to watch none of that
Well,
shit.
You should be pretty happy then.
No, I love those movies.
Did you hear?
What?
Amazon. They have just invested $1 billion plus. They have committed to the prequel to Lord of the Rings for at least 5 episodes or 5 seasons.
Oh shit!
It's going to take place over 1,000 years before the Lord of the Rings did. So I don't know. Does that mean we're going to have robots? How do you go 1,000 years ahead of Lord of the Rings? They had fucking sticks and barely knew what fire was. Sorry, Blue Healer.
No. For Lord of the Rings, like those elves, they live thousands of years old.
Okay, well, this one is going to take place 1,000 years before the storyline of Lord of the Rings. They've already invested $1 billion into the project.
That's crazy. But that does kind of excite me. I like that stuff. Well, no, I like those shows. My son, though, he is now in... We've watched all 3 Lord of the Rings.
Blue Healer, just for the record, you are aligning with Matt.
My son watched all 3 and loves them. We're in too deep in The Hobbit, and he says next is Harry Potter, even though he never wanted to watch this stuff. He's starting to like this fantasy stuff.
I have seen... No, this is not my fault. I just want to go on record.
Go on record saying, not my fault, but I did watch Harry Potter.
My children and the hooker I used to be married to were huge into Harry Potter. So, by guilt from association, I have seen most of the Harry Potter. And, excuse me. One of the things that made me want to invest some time into Harry Potter was when my kids were going to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And, not a principal, not a vice president. Matter of fact, not anybody associated with the school at all. But he used to own Catholic Customs right down here. And he had 3 kids going there and was giving like $15,000 a year to the school. He walked through the hooker's book. She used to do book sales over there to, help raise money so our kids could go there. He walked through there one day and he goes, picks out like 6 or 7 books and throws them under her chair, under a cover. And she goes, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "You can't have these books out. They're Harry Potter. It's the #1 biggest thing in the world right now." Nope. A Catholic school cannot have anything about witchcraft. So he pulled, and all of a sudden I was just like, oh really? Now I want to know more about Harry Potter, because if this piece of shit, and you know what? This was a time I guess we can discuss karma. Catholic Customs went out of business, and now as soon as COVID's over, they're going to have cooking classes over there. Christine's actually interested in maybe going to them. Big group, and then I don't know, she goes, sounds kind of interesting to me. I go, actually, could be, unless they're going to show you how to do, say,
mac and cheese.
A mac and cheese.
Hey, let's work on learning how to cook mac and cheese tonight.
Or a grilled cheese sandwich. Jesus, sub-comment. Okay, Clyde. Legios didn't need a sniper rifle. He was just as fast and accurate with his, is that 11 bow?
Wow, you guys are really getting into some Lord of the Rings shit here. It's funny, I just watched all this shit.
He didn't have to reload mags. He could reuse arrows snatched from enemy bodies. Now, Gimli could have used a belt fed.
Gimli, so you know. Gimli could have used a belt fed.
Blue Healer says, correct, but Lagos did run out of arrows, and Tarilla lost her life.
That's Legolas, and I forget how to pronounce her name. It's Tariel or Tarell.
Then Blue Healer
I don't remember.
Stacks on the shit talk by saying now a dwarf with a belt fed would be cool.
I would agree with that. That would be cool.
Clyde says, back to Blue Healer. Yeah, but we're not talking about The Hobbit. We're talking about Fellowship of the Ring, the Twin Towers, and Return of the King of Legolas?
Return of the King. Legolas was just younger in The Hobbit and less efficient. I don't know, he still seemed pretty badass in both.
And then Blue Healer says, okay, you got me. All I heard was blah, 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 blah,
Blah.
blah. Sharky, the bunkie build looks awesome. And I can say, it does. I think so. Glad you think so. I'm just going with it does because I'm egotistical and I built it.
You got a picture of it?
Yeah.
I want to see.
I've also got naked pictures of your sister. Do you want to see those too?
Fuck no.
Oh.
I mean, if you got them, you can show me. I'll delete them for you. Actually, I want to delete it. Oh, that's beauty. I would probably just stomp on your phone right there.
Someone already has.
Oh shit!
Shattered from there all the way to there.
Definitely like one of those moments. Give me your phone.
What the fuck did you just do?
I think I'd purposely drop the axe or the sword on it maybe a couple times.
Yeah, when you go like this and then hand it to you,
Yeah.
like you're picking up trash. Sharky, SH, I know you don't like the monkey bars on the Harley, but take note. It will bring out the cans properly if she rides the bike. Okay. Yeah,
I think he's got a valid point there.
I do. But the thing is when a girl's going like this and you go, wow, those look incredible, that is sort of false advertising.
Because when they go down, they might be hanging.
When she goes like this and it starts dipping into her deodorant,
All depends.
Filming of the Blob Part 3.
I don't know. I'd rather just have her behind me instead of. Well, I guess if she rides her own, that'd be good too.
John Solar with the last comment. Yay for the Bunkinator. Okay, now we go to the club so we can. Oops, what the hell? Gigantic print? Go to the club so we can get out of here.
Oh boy.
The question is do we need another beer?
I've been empty for a while.
Well, I didn't know where you stood after yesterday.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Actually, it's kind of like hair of the dog, like you said. You feel better the more you have.
I should give you one of these.
No, I shouldn't say it wasn't real rough last night, but I got stuck out in the garage longer than I wanted to. Like I said, I was dealing with fucking Kathy. I still wasn't too bad if I was babysitting someone else.
I'll say you didn't play your cards right though.
Yeah, I didn't get a blowjob. Actually, I was pretty happy when she took out very quickly. Are you a fucking Trumper? Oh man, I died laughing at that. Are you a fucking Trumper? Yeah. I said, I've been Democratic most of my life, but I tell you what, I'm tired of hearing their bullshit. That's all it is. It's a bunch of lies and bullshit. So I'm going with Trump. And I said, do you know that he's the only president for like 40 or 60 plus years that hasn't brought us to war? She goes, no, that's not true. I said, fucking look it up. It is. I said, that's the kind of person I want running our country. Someone that's not bringing us to war.
The economy was up. Black unemployment was up. We're down. Record.
Eric, I seen that, man. That was a sipping purdy.
No, it wasn't.
That was.
No, it wasn't.
I introduced you to sipping purdy, bitch.
This is from Founders.
Founders? You mixed it or something. What'd you...
Oh?
I ain't scared, but, I mean, what the fuck is it?
I'm not going to say.
That was a sipping purdy and some kind of seltzer.
I I bought a multi-pack that I will be reviewing. This is straight up from one can from Founders.
So this is only one thing, you didn't mix it?
Nope.
I swore that can just looked like a freaking sipping purdy.
The only reason that I even bought it is because it was from Founders.
This is like a seltzer though, right?
Yes, sir. I'll show it to you, but you can't tell them.
Okay, you can't tell them you don't want to get these. Ooh.
And the only reason that I did it...
You just put it on camera. Do you want me to toss it?
Yeah. This will bring chick comments and that kind of stuff. The only reason that I purchased this is because it's an offering from Founders. And I was like, okay, I have to know coming from Founders.
Tell you what, I took a little sip and it's actually, I mean, it's not bad.
4.6%.
So it's light, but it's a seltzer.
It's a seltzer, but it's coming in at almost 5%. And it doesn't, you know it's seltzer, but it's nothing like any of the seltzers that I've had. I've had some shit where I was just like, okay, this is like mouthwash.
Yeah.
With bubbles.
No, this is definitely kind of tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
They have this pack is strawberry, lime, and watermelon, and I thought I would despise the watermelon, and like the one that we reviewed. Remember, we started with it because we thought we'd hate it, and it turned out to be the best one. Watermelon, they're all good. They're honestly all good. If you want to try it, take the lime and take the watermelon. Give it a try. Otherwise, just
lime and watermelon. I don't know. You know what? I've always had some lime things that can be all right, but I'm usually disgusted by lime.
It was good.
It's not like
it's done very well. It's like,
well, this was too
very natural. Okay, club time. Ed would actually like these. I'm not even making that shit up.
You can't tell them what they were though.
No. Well,
you can't tell them what it is.
Well, actually, one of the very first times Ed walked up to me, he was holding a beer that you couldn't have paid me to drink. That's when I slapped it out of his hands and it blew up on the ground in front of him. And he looked at me like someone just punched his puppy in the... And I reached into the cooler and I go, here, it'll all be okay. And I patted him on his back. I wish I had this on video. He looked at it, smiled, turned, and went to the fire pit.
What'd you give him?
I don't even... it might have been something from Bell's. But
it was heavier, obviously.
He had a Milwaukee Light.
Sounds like my grandma's beer.
First in the club is AJK, who needs to change his name because it doesn't flow.
Oh, what a dick. Just smack it out of his hands. I can see it.
He did. Jerry gave it to him. He opens the side gate, because Jerry had a cooler on the side of the house. Yep. He walks up to me. He's got a big smile on his face. I look down at his hand. We made eye contact. I went like that. It went BAM! It hit the ground and blew up and beer went everywhere. He looked like he was going to cry. I reached into the cooler, popped the top. I handed it to him. I patted him on his back and he goes...
Back to smiling.
Over to the fire pit he went. I was just like...
I wonder how deep he was at that point. He's already smiling.
Friends don't let... I looked... Because I told him, I said, friends don't let friends drink shitty beer. That's
right? That's true.
Yeah, he had a few in his system by then. Mr. 27.
Well, if you're about to cry over a fucking Milwaukee Best, you gotta be a bit sauced, I'm guessing.
Yeah, when did your friendship go to shit? Oh, when I knocked the Milwaukee Best out of his hands. Milwaukee Best Light out of his hands.
Oh my goodness.
AJK says, well, hello there, Two-Hearted Ed Club.
That's old German Ninja, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does he do a lot of name changes often?
You should have at least gone with OGN, Old German Ninja.
Yeah.
What's this AJK shit? Rich Huff says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Gunwild just got home from the range. What a prick. What is it, 9 a.m. there right now? Cheers, clubbers.
Well,
Harmarsh.
you gotta get yourself out to the range.
Mhm.
I just say we go up to my dad's range though, because there's things that are moving we could shoot.
Harmarsh, 200 Ale Club, Sunny Slopes Long Go. Cheers, clubbers. Steven?
Cheers, Harmarsh.
Hard On Club. Oh, wait, that's just me. No? Joey, no need to lube that M&P up at the truck stop. What? Ish. Joey, here for the club. Joey, now those hollow points in my M&P are the ones that should put some Reaper pepper in the tip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're a gigantic hollow point. I'm going to hit the button one time, then honestly we have to get out of here. It's been way too long, but Joey stands as the last comment. Oh, I don't know what he rated that. I'd give the original Reaper a 5.
I gave it a 5.
Really? When did you give it a rating?
Right before I opened my hop slam. So if people didn't catch on, I did. I grabbed my hop slam and I went, fuck, I better review it. I was thinking, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
and then I popped my top.
Complete-
So if they don't believe me or you don't believe me,
Roll the film
I
back.
gave my 5 right before I opened my hop slam.
yeah, it's just there's 2 more of them. Damn.
You know, I don't want to say they're horrible, but
No,
they're not.
they're drinkable, but
They're not anything.
not for. That was
Anything I'd be overly interested in buying.
it was at least $10 for 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers, guys. We will not be here tomorrow. I have to have an episiotomy.